we're going to have a fun introduction here. Jerry Guerin from the Kansas State Extension Office. I loved your presentation on the armadillo trap so much, and we learned so much. I said, Jerry, please come back, talk to us, tell us what people are asking the Extension Office about. What do you have, and what, evidently you're getting a lot of phone calls. What do we have?
Yes, so we get a lot of questions about blue-green algae, especially in the summer. It's pretty prominent. And then now, as we're continuing these last few days of summer, we've got these warm temperatures, saw your forecast, still something to be concerned about. So blue-green algae, it's cyanobacteria. It's different than other forms of algae that we have in our ponds.
Why?
It is one that produces a toxin that can become deadly to livestock, to pets. So it's a little more, I guess, dangerous than the typical.
That's not something I realized. I knew blue-green algae could make an animal sick. I did not realize it can prove fatal. Yeah,
actually there's documented livestock deaths back in the 1890s. And it's kind of hit and miss, kind of not every year. We don't hear about livestock deaths every year, but some years it's pretty fatal.
How am I identifying this as far as what you would call normal algae to something that is potentially fatal for my livestock?
Good question. There's kind of two tests that we can do at home. The first is, it's pretty simple. Take a stick, dip it in your pond when you see this, some sort of algae. If you lift it up and it's green and stringy, that's probably not blue-green algae. That's more of the common filamentous algae. We also get a lot of calls and questions about that, people assuming it's blue-green algae. But if you can pick it up with a stick,
it's not.
It's not. If the stick looks like you stuck it in a can of paint, that is potentially blue-green algae.
I can also do something, take it home and put it in my fridge?
Yes. Now, the other at-home test is called a jar test. It's very easy to do. Definitely put on some latex gloves or something if you're going to be handling this water. But take a jar, dip it in your pond, and then set it in your fridge overnight so that you kind of want it to get cold overnight, at least 24 hours. And then in the morning, look at it. If the algae has kind of risen to the top, that is a good determination that it could be blue-green algae. Other algae will settle to the bottom. So that's kind of a good way to know if this is potentially dangerous. Now, if you want to know for sure, we can send tests to the lab.
Oh, I can bring it. I can call you and bring it to you.
Yep.
I'm selfish. What does this do to my fishing?
Well, for fishing, because this isn't the stringy type of algae or other aquatic weeds, it's not going to affect your fishing, but it could affect if your dog comes with you when you go fishing, if he's drinking the water.
So the fish are okay, but as far as if I don't want my dog in it.
Exactly. Yep. You don't want to lose the dog.
How do I get rid of it? Let's get down to brass tacks. What am I doing?
This is a tricky animal to deal with. It's hard to actually kill out. There are copper complexes that can take care of the algae, but the toxin lives in the water. So the best thing to do is find an alternate water source.
How do I get a hold of you to test this?
You can contact any of our offices, Girard, Altamont, Independence. You can see those on the screen. If you get a hold of those, they can find us anywhere. So.
Awesome. Wildcatdistrict.k-state.edu. You guys have a wonderful Facebook page as well. Jerry, I want to thank you so much. From armadillos to algae, you seem to have an answer for everything. All right, give Jerry a call if you have any questions about that algae in your pond as well. Come back, talk 7 Day right after this.